Got two left, deism and theism. For 40 years, Anthony Flew was the foremost philosophical atheist in the world. I had him on for a debate, and later on he changed his mind at the end of his life to deism. What is deism, and why is that what we're not saying is the intelligent design behind it all?
Deism is the idea that there is a transcendent God, God separate from the physical universe, that God is also the creator of the universe, but that in the deistic conception of God, God exists separate from the universe, but only acts at the beginning. And does not act subsequent to the beginning.
Everything rolls after that.
Exactly. It sets up the clock at the beginning and then it ticks forward without any intervention, as the deists would often put it. The deistic view does a good job of explaining the origin of the universe, because the origin of the universe requires, as a condition of its explanation, an entity that resides separate from it, that's able to act causally to bring it into existence. And the deistic creator has that causal profile. The deistic creator could also explain the fine-tuning of the universe, because the deistic creator does have a mind. It is a conscious agent in the conception of deistic philosophers. And so the fine-tuning, which calls for a fine-tuner, as many physicists have said, could be explained by a deistic creator. But deism fails to explain the evidence of design that we have that comes online, if you will, long after the beginning.
That's right.
Because the deistic creator acts by definition only at the beginning and not after the beginning of the universe. And yet we have evidence of the discrete infusions or increases in the amount of information at different points in the history of life. At the point of the origin of life, at the point of the origin of the animals in the Cambrian explosion, and other similar events such as the origin of flowering plants or the mammalian radiation in the history of life. So the deistic creator, I don't think, does a good job of explaining those events in the history of life that suggest intelligent action in the history of our planet.